people are not ready to accept the assurance of the government that there will be no casino in Meghalaya. So whether your government will, amend the Meghalaya Regulation of Gaming Act.
So first thing people have to understand that this regulation has been brought in to regulate existing gaming parlors. The existing gaming parlors are not regulated. If one repeals this act, then again these gaming parlors will be functioning illegally. So hence you need a framework to regulate things. That's number one. Number two, this particular regulation also regulates on who can play inside different gaming parlors. The concerns of the citizens has been that the local youth and the citizens should not be allowed to play. If this particular act is repealed, then in the existing gaming zones and existing locations, wherever anybody wants, they can freely go and play. But if this regulation remains, then there can be a restriction on certain areas and activities where locals cannot play. So this act is actually serving the purpose of what the people and the different organizations have been demanding. That's number one. So repealing this will actually be counterproductive to what they want to achieve. Number two, the question of, as I said, starting casino, which was an issue that we had started seeing the debate starting in the month of May. And when the different church leaders and organizations had met me, I had made it clear to them that we will not proceed. I have also explained to the House that this was being done in a manner in which we thought we were balancing out all the different aspects of revenue generation for the state, because we need revenue. But at the same time, we were doing it in a manner that would not affect the majority part of the state, and this would be towards the border. So we actually were working towards having a win-win situation where the gaming would be right at the border, close to Guwahati, not affect the rest of the state, but yet we would be able to get taxation of GST, maybe close to about 500 to 600 crores of revenue would come in. And that was the objective with which we went forward. When we came to know that there was concerns by the citizens, I told them that since the concerns are there, we will not move forward. And hence from that day, in the month of May 2022, you will see that government has not proceeded in any aspect. There are more than 10-15 applications lying with us even today. They have not been processed. We have not moved forward because we have said that we will not go ahead this unless we take people into confidence, and then only we'll decide the way forward. The 3 licenses which were given provisional basis have expired today, in fact 6 months. And they were provisional licenses which was given way ahead of the public debate that started in the month of May. These were given on March 29th. So hence, at that point in time, certain processes started, and it was, as I said, with the goal to increase the revenue and also with the goal to ensure that the gaming would happen in a specific zone. So I have made it clear even in the floor of the House, and a commitment has been given. I cannot give commitments like these on the floor of the House without actually meaning it. I would be, in contempt, and it's not correct and it's not done. And therefore, as Chief Minister, I have given a statement. I think this statement should be taken seriously. And those people who have doubt should believe that the fact that if Chief Minister has given a statement on the floor of the House, it means serious business. Therefore, when I've mentioned that we will not proceed on these aspects, but repealing, as I said, is not an issue, not a point that we're going to discuss, because this act regulates the existing gaming zones, which is also required. But the question of going into new gaming zones and areas has been stopped as of now, and we will not proceed unless we are able to discuss with all stakeholders, and then only we will discuss and see the situation and then decide on how we should move forward. So till then, everything has been put on hold, and I've made this statement on the floor of the House, and I think the stakeholders and other people and individuals and groups should take that statement of mine seriously, which I'm putting on the floor of the House.
But what about bringing amendments to the...
There is no amendment to be brought in. There's no amendment. It's a very simple act. It just talks about online and offline gaming, and therefore the amendment issue is not there. There's nothing to be amended. If there's specific areas to be amended, then somebody can bring in a suggestion, but as of now, there are no areas that have come up to be amended.
Sir, this is not only about casino, this is also about online gaming. Will this promote online betting?
Online gaming is going on as we speak.
Betting?
Betting is something that the question, I see what you're touching is a very big topic. Now today, online gaming is happening from Dubai, happening from international countries, happening in the state, happening in different parts, and different kind of bettings take place. Now, if you were to assess, which I mean, I need to explain this to you well because you may not know, is that when it comes to betting, there are two categories of betting. There is something called betting on chance, and there's something called betting on skills. Betting on chance is what we call as gambling. And hence, there are different rules and laws that are there to look at which particular game is gambling and betting on chance. Betting on skills is something that government of India is in the process of classifying. But different high court orders have allowed betting on skills to take place. Now there has been a high court case that was there in Maharashtra, which spoke about rummy. And there was a point in time when the government of Maharashtra said rummy is gambling, is betting on chance, and hence it should not be allowed. So then the High Court came up with an order saying that no, there is a large amount of skill involved in this, and hence rummy is a game of skill and the betting is on skill, and hence it's not gambling. So your question is only half-baked. That's the reason why I had to explain this whole thing. Betting on chance and betting on skills are two different categories. And hence there are different activities that take place on betting on skills, which are happening throughout the different games that are there. I don't know the different names, but anyway, I can't remember the names. But there are different online gamings and apps that are there that we are playing. Most of them are gaming on skills. And therefore that is something that will continue. Whether Meghalaya government does it or not, or people in Meghalaya start it or not, it's immaterial. It is online and it's happening throughout the country.